What is up, guys? Welcome to Loveshack Entertainment, and today we're going to be bringing you another deck profile video. So this is one people have been asking for an update for a little while, and I just was trying to get around to it, but I've just been kind of busy lately working on some stuff. So we do have one here. So this is Raidraptors. This is the sort of like the Infinity Spam, Infinity Turbo build of the deck. We did a deck profile for this a little over a month ago, and it was okay, but it was kind of incomplete. After a lot more playtesting, I found that I preferred this build, and I think this build works a lot better. So yeah, so I'm going to get started with this. Again, it is not intended to be a pure Raidraptor build, so those of you that are going to tell me to play, a lot more of the Raidraptor Exceeds, understand that what we're going for here with this is the Infinity Turbo variant rather than the actual Raidraptor build. Alright, so we can start things off with triple Raidraptor Mimicry Lanius. So this one is obviously really good. You can mill a Raidraptor from your deck. Oh no, I'm sorry, I messed that up. You can increase the levels of your Raidraptor monster, which is pretty irrelevant. With this, during the turn it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard, add a Raidraptor card from your deck to your hand. So it searches your Raidraptor Call, it searches any of your Raidraptor monsters, and it also searches the other one, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but Nest, that's the one, sorry. So yeah, it's an amazing 3-of. Also got a 1900 body, so it's really strong to sit on if you need to. Combos well with Icarus Attack, and particularly well with Tribute Lanius as well. Triple Vanishing Lanius, so this one, during the turn, it is normal summoned or special summon. You can special summon a level 4 lower Raidraptor from your hand. So this is makes it you able to kind of spam the field a little bit easier if you don't get everything that you need to go off. And this makes it really easy to drop, 4 Strix, and then also Infinity, so you'll be able to do those combos and stuff, which I'll explain in just a moment. Triple Fuzzy Lanius. I love this card. It's a little unfortunate that you can't special summon monsters except Raidraptors during the turn you use its effect, but that's okay. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can either search another copy of itself, or you can special summon it from your hand if you control a Raidraptor. Now, you can't use either of those effects more than once per turn, but you can use each effect once per turn. So you can special summon it, make something like a 4 Strix, and then you can detach, and you also get another search. So it keeps your hand fresh, it lets you kind of load up the field, and it makes it so that you're never without a play for the next turn, at least in the early game. Obviously, once you run out of copies, that's not going to be the case. But 2 Tribute Lanius. So this card's phenomenal. During the turn, it's normal or special summon. You can send a Raidraptor card from your deck to the graveyard, which means you can combo with Mimicry Lanius, and then you can also use Fuzzy Lanius. So if you summon Tribute and then send Fuzzy, you can search a Fuzzy, special summon it, and let you get a first turn 4 Strix out. It's extremely important, and it's just a really good card. It also searches rank up magic quick play spells, which we don't play any because that's not the purpose of this variant, but in straight Raptors as well, it's pretty good to, at least be able to get your rank up magics back to your hand to use them again. Oh, sorry about that. I had a slight mishap. So Sharp Lanius is really good. Obviously, you can kind of change big, boss monsters defense mode to be able to run them over. Also, when it does destroy a monster, you can special summon a Raidraptor monster from your graveyard, so it's able to get some of your stuff back. 1700 is just what's unfortunate about it. There's a lot of things it can't run over. If it was like 1900, it'd be so much better, but I guess you could argue that may not be the best design approach to take with it either. 2 Raidraptor Singing Lanius. So this is just if you control an Xyz monster, you can special summon it from your hand. It's awesome, but the problem is you can only special summon it once per turn that way, meaning you can't loop combos of this. Still, it's an awesome card to get off of 4 Strix. You can set up Direwolf plays. Really good card. I really do like it a lot. I think it's strong. I just don't like it at 3 because it does kind of have the potential to dead draw. 2 Effect Veiler because it's just one of those cards that's amazing now in this format. And also you can utilize it to just stop your opponent's effect from going off, which will cripple you. And then the 1 Summoner Monk, so this card's really good. I almost want to play it at 2. I've gone back and forth so much. I do like it a lot. I do like the fact that it's dark. I like the fact that you have spells you don't mind getting rid of, and then it makes it so obviously you can get 4 Strix out turn 1. So I probably will end up bumping it up to 2, but right now I think 1 is just a solid number. You can kind of play around with it with your own choices as well if you're unsure. Triple Rank Up Magic Soul Shave Force. So this is the one you pay half your life points, special summon a Raidraptor Exceeds from your graveyard, and then summon one with a level 2 levels higher. So the end game here is to be able to get out 4 Strix, utilize something like Direwolf to pop, clear your opponent's field, and then you Soul Shave Force into Infinity. Now you have to play this at 3, obviously, because you want to see it as soon as possible. And I also have a few other cards in the deck that, work for the sole purpose of being able to kind of turbo those things out, because you're able to put Infinity on board turn 1, you got a really strong field going forward. Not a field that can't be outed, obviously, there are ways around it, but that's basically what this deck does best. 2 Instant Fusion, obviously to go with 2 Norden in the extra deck. It works really well. It actually is like damn good in combo with stuff like Tribute Lanius, and you can make sure you can get Direwolf and things like that out, set up your combo plays. So I love it. I think it's really strong. 2 Twin Twisters, good card, and if you do use it during your turn for whatever reason, you can combo off Mimicry Lanius and get a free search. So there's definitely things you can do. It has a lot of practical uses, and it outs spell and traps, so you don't have to worry about your opponent being able to get over your things before you try to go for game. 1 Soul Charge and 1 Foolish Burial. I just put these together because, you know, Foolish is whatever. Both one-ofs that don't really need much explanation. Allure, you have plenty of dark targets, and the draws never hurt. And Regeki, because I just think it's still a good card. I don't know why you wouldn't play it if you have access to it. Now, as far as traps go, Triple Reckless Greed. So this is one that I was a little bit initially kind of like, but I realized that with the searching power that you have in this deck, and the fact that once you are able to resolve it and get off your infinities, I've been able to drop multiples in a turn. It really is just powerful. It's giving you pluses at this point, and it turbos you up so much. So that's really strong for that reason. Double Icarus attack, because it's amazing. Again, it pops stuff. It gets over things. It's a +1. In some cases, if you combo it with like Fuzzy. 2 Raptor's Gust. You control a Raidraptor monster, negate the activation of a spell or trap card, and destroy it. Obviously, if you're sitting on a 4 Strix, this works, but even if you just have another one out on the field. 2 Call of the Haunted, because you can use this to bring back all sorts of things, obviously, but it also, again, it combos with like Mimicry, it also combos with Fuzzy Lanius, and it also just allows you to speed up plays. And then 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 Solemn Warning, because it's just good outs pendulums. As far as the extra deck is concerned, and again, I will reiterate this because I know it's going to be used against me in some capacity. It is not intended to be a pure Raidraptor deck. It is a Raidraptor Infinity Turbo deck. So please don't comment telling me how I should be playing Blaze Falcon, because it's not the point. Triple 4 Strix, because it's amazing. It's like the Searcher, the Gear Gigant X, if you want to call it that, of the deck, and it also gets a boost from other winged beasts that you have on board. 2 Direwolf, and it's awesome in here. I mean, even without the Infinity combo, like, still pop your Fuzzy Lanius, get a search, and pop a card your opponent controls. Direwolf is just probably the best rank 4 this deck has access to. 2 Cyber Dragon Infinity, because it's just, again, too good. And, you go 2-3 with Shade Force because you just want to see Shade Force as soon as possible. You're not going to resolve it 3 times in a game. It's very unlikely that'll happen, but that's fine because you just want to make sure that you get it. Key Beetle, because it's dope, especially with Infinity. Silent Honor Arc, Castell, Cowboy, all good options. And Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon. I play the 1 Raidraptor Blaze Falcon because I still like it to be able to get over special summon stuff, but it's next to impossible to resolve when you take into consideration the fact that you're really only going to be able to get this off if you can resolve a Mimicry Lanius effect, and even then you might have better options. But still, it's in there to appease all of you. And then 2 Norden, because obviously with the Instant Fusions, Norden is just a really good combo card. So yeah, that's the build. Again, I understand it's not perfect, but it is fun and it is effective pretty much for its intended purpose. So, hope you guys did enjoy this deck profile video, just a slight updated version of the build for you. And in the meantime, I'd ask you to please like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time right here at Loveshack Entertainment. Bye-bye.